For most of my life, I struggled to use my voice. I was told to stay silent. I was told that my words didn't matter. And honestly, after looking at everything that was going on around me, I thought in myself that my words would never matter, that they couldn't make a difference. After years and years of rejection, after years and years of abuse, after years and years of pain, I actually believed that lie. So I stayed silent. I stayed silent. Even when I had something to say, I stayed silent. Even when I disagreed, I stayed silent. Even when I was offended and I felt like I was wronged, I just stayed silent. I was hurting. Silently, I stayed silent. So here's what I had to learn. I learned that silence might feel like a safe place, but it's actually a place that steals your power. God did not create us to live life powerless. And that's why He gave us a voice. Proverbs 31 verse 8, it says, "Speak up for those who cannot speak up for themselves. Ensure justice for those being crushed." This is scripture. So if God calls us to speak up for others, surely He calls us to speak up for ourselves too. And that's where assertiveness comes in. Honestly, I had no clue what assertiveness was. I didn't know what it looked like. I didn't have a language for it. And then when I did eventually figure out what it was, I never thought that I could actually be someone who was assertive. But assertiveness is not arrogance. Assertiveness is not aggression. It's not about shouting. It's not about dominating. But assertiveness is simply having the courage to communicate clearly, honestly, and respectfully. Assertiveness, it sounds something like this. "Oh man, I'm sorry. I cannot take on another responsibility right now. Not at this time. I'm sorry." Or, "Yes, I have an opinion and I actually like to share it." Or it could look like something like this. "You know what? That hurt me. And I need to address that." It could even look like this. "You know what? I deserve respect and I will treat you with respect in return." That is assertiveness. You see the difference? Assertiveness, it's not at all about controlling others, but it's about valuing yourself the way that God already values you. 2 Timothy 1:7, it says, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind." That means God equipped us to speak, not with fear, but with confidence, not with hostility, but with love, not with confusion, but with clarity. So the day I learned to be assertive, that was the day I stopped letting life just happen to me. I stopped saying yes when I really wanted to say no. I stopped hiding my opinions. I stopped shrinking back, and I started walking in the authority that God gave me. If you've ever felt voiceless, I want you to know you are not invisible and you have a voice. You are not powerless. God gave you a voice on purpose. It wasn't an accident. And when you choose to use it, when you choose to be assertive, you're not just changing a conversation, you're changing your own life. So don't be afraid to speak. Don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to stand tall, because when you find your voice, you also find your freedom. And remember, your voice, it matters, because God Himself gave it to you. So use your voice. Choose to use your voice, 'cause God gave it